My name is Jaime and my two words are timid and confident. My story is that I grew up in a Christian home, going to church with my family every Sunday. I went to Sunday school, Bible school, youth group, and being a Christian was just a part of who I was. It was just something I always did, something that was automatic. But it wasn't until around 5th grade when I first started to understand what it really meant to be a Christian. I started reading my Bible more and really pursuing a relationship with God. And I started to really make my faith more personal to me. And this was right around the time when my family made the decision to switch churches. And this ended up being a pretty tough transition for me. I was going from this small, intimate church where everyone knew my name and everyone knew my family to a big, scary church where I didn't know anyone. And I was just so overwhelmed with it all. And I just remember walking into youth group every day just saying, God, send me a friend, send me a familiar face, anyone, so I wouldn't be alone. And it was just really overwhelming for me because I went from this confident, outgoing, bubbly girl to someone who I didn't know. I was just alone and shy, and I had no idea how to make friends or how to be myself. And I grew up watching my sisters just have really close relationships with the people from their church, and I was really jealous of that. And through the years, I'd always have different friends come and go at church, but I never really had a solid group of Christian friends that I could just be myself around and share my life with. After a while, I just sort of accepted that at church I'd just have to be content with being shy and reserved every week and not really being myself. But despite this, I still grew in my faith and grew closer to God. And around my junior year, I was going through a pretty rough time with one of my best friends. We were just fighting a lot, and we had a lot of conflict, and I knew that in my heart that God was calling me to just apologize and let go of the bitterness in my heart and just forgive and move on, but I felt like I couldn't. I knew that holding on to the bitterness was not helping me live out my life as Jesus would want me to, but I just didn't know how to get rid of this bitterness. And one night I was just pouring my heart out to some of my friends. I didn't think they were Christians, but I took a risk and I said that through all this situation, I knew God wanted me to just forgive and let go, but I just can't. I couldn't do it. But this one little mention of God just sparked a whole conversation about religion and spirituality, and it turns out that my friends who I was talking to were actually just starting out as Christians, and were just still curious about religion and Jesus and all that fun stuff. And at this point, it was like everything fell into place. My friends were suddenly wanting to come to church with me and to come to youth group with me, and suddenly, one by one, God just kept putting people from my school in my life that wanted to come to church and be a part of my my spiritual side. And like with all these friends, I was able to just let go of the bitterness and reach out to other people who are struggling. And I was really cool just to see my group of church friends just expand to more and more people as God helped me touch the lives of those around me. So it was really incredible just to see God answer my prayer from 6 years ago that God would send me a friend to just witness God multiplying my friends an incredible amount. So while before this experience I was timid and unsure of myself because of my struggles with my friend, God was able to transform me into a more confident person and was able to use my story to share my faith. I was more intentional with my actions and more intentional with the way I live my life, and I think my story is proof that God does answer prayer and He has a plan for us, even if it's His timing and not our timing. And God can use struggle for good. So those are my two words.